Look who's awake. There you are, finally joining the land of the living. Or should I say, the sea of the living. Welcome aboard, my little treasure. Don't bother struggling. It's no use. And frankly, it's not necessary. You're safe here. Safer than you've ever been, actually. I've made sure of that. As long as you behave, of course. These bindings, they're not meant to hurt you. They're just precautions for your own good. This ship can be a dangerous place if you're not careful. Sharp edges, treacherous waters, all kinds of risks. But don't worry. I'll keep you protected. I always protect what's mine. Do you even realize how valuable you are? Truly, do you? When I first saw you, it hit me like a storm on the open sea. You were different. You weren't like the others. Those lifeless, hollow souls, scurrying around, content to follow orders and live out their dull, monotonous lives. No, you had something special. Something that drew me in, like a siren's call. Something that made it impossible to look away. You're irresistible and rare, so rare. Do you think I'd let a treasure like you slip through my fingers? Number, not a chance. I've seen too much of this world to make a mistake like that. Out there, people fight and claw for scraps, for fleeting pleasures, for worthless trinkets. But you're worth more than all of that combined. You're priceless. And I don't take chances with priceless things. I can see it in your eyes. You don't believe me, do you? You're giving me that look, the one that says I've done something terrible, like I've stolen something that doesn't belong to me. But here's the thing. Taking you wasn't wrong. It was necessary. Vital, even. Do you have any idea what the world out there would do to someone like you? People are cruel, selfish, ruthless. They'd see your value, your light, and they'd take it for themselves. They'd use you, break you, and toss you aside like you were nothing. But not me. Never me. I'd never let that happen to you. That's why I took you. Because I had to. Because I couldn't stand the thought of anyone else having you. You don't belong in that world, with its grime and greed and cold indifference. You belong here, with me. I'll cherish you, protect you, keep you close, where you're safe, where you'll always be mine. Oh, don't bother trying to reason with me. I've heard it all before. The pleading, the protests. This is wrong. You can't just take someone. You're insane. Maybe I am. Maybe you've driven me mad. Can you blame me? Look at you. Just look at you. How could anyone see you and not lose themselves? And is it really so bad being loved this much? Being someone's everything? That's what you are to me now. My everything. My treasure. My one singular obsession. I've taken treasures before, of course, but none like you. Gold and jewels are meaningless compared to you. They're cold, lifeless. But you're warm, living, breathing, and you shine brighter than any diamond. The crew, don't trouble yourself about them. They know their place. They're a rough lot, sure, but loyal to a fault. And they've been given very clear instructions to stay away from you. Very clear. You don't have to worry about them. No one will touch you. No one will even come near you. You're mine. Only mine. They understand that. I made sure of it. Why are you so quiet? Are you scared? You don't need to be. I told you, you're safe here. I'll take care of you. You'll have everything you could ever want. Food, warmth, comfort. Anything your heart desires, I'll provide it. You'll never have to lift a finger, never have to worry about a single thing. I'll make sure you're happy here. But, oh, and this is important, you mustn't try to leave. That's the one thing I won't allow. If you try to escape, if you try to defy me, well, let's just say I have ways of ensuring you stay. Ways you don't want to discover. And I don't say that to frighten you. I say it because it's the truth. I don't want to hurt hurt you. I never want to hurt you. But I can't let you go. Not now. Not ever. You see, I've already imagined it. A life with you by my side. Days spent on the open sea, with nothing but the waves and the sky and us. Nights under the stars, with you close, where you belong. It's perfect. It's everything I've ever wanted. And I'll do whatever it takes to make it real. You see, I've been watching you for a long time. Longer than you realize. Every glance you've cast, every word you've spoken, every moment you thought you were alone. I was there, watching, waiting, learning everything there is to know about you. I've seen the way people treat you, the way they smile to your face, but barely notice when you walk away. They take you for granted, blind to your brilliance, deaf to the music in your laughter. It made my blood boil. You deserve better, so much better. You deserve someone who doesn't just see you, but understands you. Someone who cherishes every little thing that makes you, you. And that someone is me. Do you know how hard it was to stay in the shadows? To hold back when all I wanted was to reach out, to tell you that you don't have to settle for the scraps of attention they throw your way. That you deserve to be adored, worshipped, loved beyond reason. But no more. I couldn't stand by and let the world keep treating you like you're just another face in the crowd. You're not. You're extraordinary. And you're mine. I've made sure of that. You might not know it yet, but you're safer here with me than you've ever been. Safer from those who'd hurt you, use you, discard you. I've seen the way they look at you. Like you're something they can claim, something they can take and toss aside when they're done. It enrages me. Do you know what happens to people who cross me? Those who try to take what's mine. They don't last long. I've built a reputation for being ruthless, for taking what I want and letting nothing stand in my way. It's a reputation I earned, and I'm proud of it. And now, what I want is you. So don't even think about running or fighting. It won't end well for you, or for anyone foolish enough to try and help you. I've planned for everything, every possible escape, every futile attempt to resist. It's useless, but don't think of that as a threat. Think of it as reassurance. You'll never have to worry about the dangers of the world again. I'll handle everything. But enough of that. I don't want to scare you. That's not why I'm here. Not why I've done any of this. I need you to understand. Everything I've done, every choice I've made, has been for you. To protect you. To keep you safe. And in time, you'll see that. You'll see how much I care. How much I love you. Maybe, just maybe, you'll learn to love me back. I can be patient. I know this must be overwhelming for you. Being taken from your old life, your old world. It's a lot to process. I don't expect you to understand right away, but I promise you, everything will make sense soon. You'll see that this is where you were always meant to be. With me, on this ship, as my treasure. Do you know why I call you that? My treasure. It's not just because of your beauty, though you are breathtaking. It's because you're rare, unique, the kind of soul you only encounter once in a lifetime, if you're lucky. And I am lucky, so incredibly lucky to have found you. I know you're scared right now. I can see it in your eyes, hear it in your breathing. But you don't need to be afraid. Not of me. I would never hurt you. I'd rather tear the world apart than let anyone so much as lay a finger on you. All I ask is that you give this a chance. Give us a chance. Let me show you the life you've always deserved. A life where you're cherished, adored, protected. A life where you don't have to worry about being forgotten or overlooked ever again. A life where you're mine, always. And I'll be yours too, completely. You'll never find anyone more devoted, make you happy. I'll give you the world, one piece at a time, if that's what it takes to see you smile. So, let's start over, shall we? No more fear, no more resistance. Just you and me, together, forever. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Feel the weight of your old life slipping away, and let yourself sink into the safety of my arms. This is where you belong. You don't have to fight anymore. I've got you. I'll always have you. I'll make you happy. I promise. You'll never need anything or anyone else ever again. All you have to do is let me in. Let me take care of you, love you, protect you. Because no one else can love you the way I do. No one else will ever go to these lengths for you, fight this hard for you. No one else will ever treasure you the way I do. And maybe one day, you'll thank me. Maybe one day, you'll look back and see that I was right. That this is where you were always meant to be.